Today we are exploring the world's most famous beach to see if it lives up to the hype and if the once stunning slice of paradise is back to how it once was after being locked down for years to tourists and devastated the corals and wildlife that once lived there. There are a load of questions I still have. Is it even worth going if it's that crowded? What's the process of getting there? And can we find Leo hiding somewhere in the bush?
You are planning on doing a trip to Koh Phi or Phuket?
It's pretty awful here. Honestly, would not come back.
This is our first adventure in a new series I'm starting, where you and I are going to be exploring and experiencing some of the craziest places and food in the world. So 7-Eleven is kind of a big deal over here in Thailand. So objective number one was fueling up with a bear bun.
Banana shake in hand. So we've got to find one of these boats to rent, but we have no idea how much it's going to cost.
Today like this.
Maybe bamboo.
But after some intense negotiation for 10 seconds, we somehow managed to be on our way. Without much of a decision made, our driver Don grabbed his packed lunch and started heading towards the boat.
Taking this boat here.
And we felt pretty obliged to follow. And this man was on a mission, ready to take us to the most insane beach in the world. After almost losing my journals to the tide, we made it onto the boat and we were ready to go.
So it's pretty good, it's about 800 each. It's going to take us about 4 hours to go to Maya Bay. Mates from Germany, America, and our mate Dawn driving us today.
What are you thinking, Bamboo Island? Where else have we not gone?
Go try find Leo at the beach.
See if Leo's hiding in the jungle.
What's that driver's name again?
Don.
So for a bit of context here, there's these 300-year-old Viking caves. And up in the cliff are these special eggs. So some dude sits on the wharf and if people try to enter the cave or go up to the cliff, yeah, they get shot.
Got a gun. First shot's a warning. Those some rare eggs.
Yeah.
Apparently very nutritious.
Look at this.
To be involved, join me on some adventures and help get the channel becoming even relevant in the search bar. Subscribe and follow on Instagram to become a part of future videos, challenges, and all round just join the adventure.
So I think the next stop is going to be the famous beach. I don't know if these boats come with a carbon offsetting option when you book them. The engines spit out quite a bit of fuel. Or fumes. Into the inlet in Maya Bay.
Pretty bad. I honestly would not come back. It's pretty.
Honestly, the bluest aqua turquoise water.
No, it's probably the most beautiful place in the world. I've never seen anything like it.
So it's pretty busy, but it's normally way busier than this. Like queues waiting up on that here for ages. So I think we've come at an all right time. But it's still pretty busy. So the boardwalk's pretty long. You go through the full forest, which I think is where they filmed the movie. By the sounds of it and smell of it, there's like a mini mart as well, where you can buy food right here on the beach, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, as you can see in there. Whoa. Check this out. So it's not as packed as I thought it was going to be, but there's still quite a few people on the beach. It looks way better than it does in the movie. The sand is like full on powder. It's honestly the most insane looking place I've ever been. I think with the crowds, it is actually quite a big beach though. And the crowds are a wee bit annoying, but I think you kind of come to expect it when it's such a popular place. It's kind of hard to put it into words what it's actually like. So no one's actually swimming because of the sunscreen screwing up the coral and the water for the sharks. So you can still put your feet in though. I'm so hot. So the entry cost to get onto this beach is about 400 baht, whatever it is. So that's about 15 US dollars. It's 100% worth it. Like, look at this place, it is insane. If you haven't seen the movie with Leo, it's called The Beach. And honestly, I feel like it's been pretty well preserved in terms of keeping the beach pretty pristine and clean. And with the whole lockdown that happened and protecting the beach, it's in pretty good nick. I think a lot of these trees were planted for the movie, but they've all stayed and it actually looks amazing. So, in terms of coming here, I think it's 100% worth it because it costs probably the same price as for a meal at a restaurant just to get a full boat, half a day on your own private boat, or you could get a party boat or any other type of boat in Phi Phi. It's 100% worth it. Even though you can't swim here, I think it's definitely worth making the trip just to come see it. So if you are planning on doing a trip to Koh Phi or Phuket in the south of Thailand, definitely do come and check this out. We didn't find Leo, but we managed to get half the beach to ourselves. Say bye for now. A little later in the day, the sun fully disappears. Try to get here in the morning when the sun's around. 100% worth coming, and obviously no swimming as well.
With Don taking us to a few more spots and showing us more of what the stunning place had to offer, our day was coming to an end, and we were so stoked that we made the mission out here. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and join me on more adventures that are coming very soon.